Hey there everybody, it's TheRooster here, and I got some more Uncharted 3 gameplay for you. Here we have some free-for-all on Yemen. Oh, sniper's paradise, this map. But I chose to go with the AK. I will show you a sniper match later on. Wanted to show you guys some AK gameplay, and figured why not do it on a map that not a lot of videos have been out for yet. This is the map that they released in the last week of the beta. It was also here in the beginning of the beta briefly, but they kind of took it out of the rotation there. So a lot of people didn't get to play this map until the very last week. But wait, there's more! Watch now and receive not one, but two free-for-all gameplays on Yemen. That's over 7 minutes of free-for-all domination using the AK, with very little hipfire. That's right, I said very little hipfire. What? I didn't know you can use an AK like that. Well, that's right, yes you can. Watch now and learn how! By utilizing such motivational tools as armed guards, the lack of P-breaks, death threats against your family, and experimental mind control, our scientists have reverse engineered a normal free-for-all. Now we can bring you two free-for-alls in the time it takes a normal person to do one! That's right! If you're not completely satisfied with these two free-for-alls, that's too bad! They were free! What can I say? I love the show Pitchman, so if you haven't seen it, check it out. And I'm sure Billy Mays just rolled over in his grave at that, but if he did, then he's a zombie, and we should all run, because he's going to start the zombie apocalypse. You do not want to be chased by a zombie in a blue shirt and khaki pants. That's just not how you want to go out as a man. It's embarrassing. I mean, like another one of my favorite shows, Walking Dead. If you haven't seen that, you should probably check that out. But Deputy Rick Grimes is not going to die by a man in a blue shirt and khaki pants. I don't know how the show's going to go. I don't know where it's going to go from here, but that's one thing I can promise you. That's not the way the show is going to end. Or is it? No, I mean, that's actually a question that I'm asking you. That's not a statement. Like, is it? Because that would be dumb. And I wouldn't enjoy that at all. But, seriously, guys, definitely check out Walking Dead. I mean, Pitchman, not everybody's going to like Pitchman, but I mean, if you like zombies, and even if you don't, well, The Walking Dead is an amazing show. Go check it out. But back to the gameplay, guys. I know some of you guys don't like it probably when I ramble on, so we'll just go back to the game. Yeah, that sounds like a plan. This is, like I said, a free-for-all in Yemen. The next video is actually the same thing, free-for-all in Yemen, and it's actually back-to-back games. So the next game that you will see is actually the very next game. I figured, you know, what better than to put back-to-back than two actual back-to-back games. You know, free-for-all games, at least when I play them, go pretty quickly. So I normally, you know, have a little bit longer of a video. Not that I always want to have a long video, but, you know, a 10-minute mark I think is a good point for a commentary. So really wasn't wanting to have a 3-minute match in here. So, you know, like I said, throw two back-to-back, show you some good gameplay, show you guys that the AK can actually be used without having to hipfire all across the map. You know, I'm not a big fan of running around hipfiring. It's very effective with the AK, and I know that it's taken a lot of heat on the forums because they boosted the hipfire and the blind fire on the AK. So a lot of people are kind of mad because, but to be honest, I don't really mind too much. The AK was pretty bad before they started tweaking it a little bit. It wasn't, you know, it wasn't very usable compared to the Gmal, and even, like I said, the sniper. I mean, I used to do better with the sniper than with the AK. It just felt really underclassed. Now it feels like a viable gun. I don't think it's overpowered. I do think they actually need to tone down the hipfire a little bit. I just watched a video where a guy did nothing, pretty much nothing, but hipfire the AK. Just run up. He wasn't even hipfire meleeing, which is, you know, the way I always kind of thought you had to hipfire. And I don't really hipfire much. I know it's a big part of the Uncharted series, and that's why a lot of people like the Uncharted series, is, you know, not a lot of games kind of incorporate that. You don't have to use it, but there's just a lot of different ways to play this game. You can be the aim down the sights guy, you can be the run up hipfire guy, you can be the run up hipfire melee. You could be there's a ton of different ways to play this game. It really allows for your own playstyle to kind of to bleed through. So it's very nice that they have that in there, but I don't think that hip firing should be rewarded as much as it is, and really kind of outclass and overpower aiming down the sights a lot of the times. So I do think they need to tone that down, because it's just crazy good right now. And I know, like I said, they're tweaking it. That's the point of the beta. They've tweaked it a lot already, and I'm kind of glad they did. Even if you don't like the changes they've made, just be happy that they are making changes to the game. They're listening to the feedback. They're playing around. They're toying with it. They're trying to find something that works. They want this game to be balanced. They want the guns to work. They want people to be happy. They don't want to alienate a ton of people. But, there's no point in having an AK that's not usable, so I'm glad they buffed it up a little bit. But, if it's too much, pull it back a little bit. I mean, we still got some time before the game releases. It's not the end of the world, guys. They're going to work on this stuff. Some people want the sniper change. I talked about that in my last video. Like I said, just hold tight and keep your pants on. Right here, obviously you're seeing me get a lot of grenade kills in this game. That's another thing that a lot of people don't like about the Uncharted series is the grenades. In the other, previous game in Uncharted 2, if I remember correctly, I mean, it's been a while since I played that game, but you had 2 that you could carry. And here you only have 1, but you can, buy a paid booster to let yourself have a second slot where you can, get a second grenade. So really you only have 1. Most people are only going to have 1 when they run around. But you also have a booster, which I'm using right now, called Daredevil, which on level 1, when you pump, or, I use pump, but when you taunt over an enemy's body, you get your ammo back. Level 2, it becomes a really, really good perk, because you then get your grenade back, and grenades are insanely useful in this game. As you see, like a ton of my kills in the second game were grenades, either throwing a grenade behind me, grenade rolling, chucking a grenade for a Hail Mary, whatever. They're very useful. So anytime I can, like right here, boom, that would have been 2 kills there if that guy wasn't already dead. Anytime I can, pump over him, get that grenade back. That's only when I'm using Daredevil. It's not always the right choice, but in free-for-all, I don't want to have to worry about ammo. And I don't want to have to worry about people running up behind me. I want to have a grenade option. But, like I said, a lot of people don't like that about the Uncharted series, but you kind of get used to it. When we first started playing Uncharted 2, a lot of people didn't really do that. I kind of think, I'm not going to say that we started this, but I did play around the competitive scene a lot. I played with a lot of guys that were really the only competitive scene on Uncharted 2, a lot of the GB guys, top GB guys, and we kind of all just kind of naturally gravitated to where we started using grenades in that way. I didn't see it in Publix, I didn't see it in pubbies from all these randoms, but you just kind of gradually started to see them emulate kind of our style and start to use the grenades in that way. You kind of had to. It's just part of the way the game's played. So that's not for everybody. That's not going away. You don't like it, I don't know what to tell you. Just that's going to be part of the game. Get used to it. Learn how to use your grenades right. You don't have to. I watch all these videos of all these people that are not used to playing the Uncharted series, and they have their grenade arc out, and they have no. Just tap the. Just look where you want to throw it. You'll get used to it. Tap the button. It'll go right where you need it every time. It's not hard. You don't need that grenade arc. That grenade arc is absolutely useless. I never ever use the grenade arc, and I almost never miss my grenades. Or, they may not always hit someone, but they're close to where I want them to be. So just get used to that. Get used to using your grenades. Learn your boosters. Learn what your level ups are on there. Take advantage of that. I didn't use Daredevil until one of my friends told me about, when he would pump on it, because he pumped on everybody, because pumpers got to pump, pumpers need to pump. So, but he'd pump on everybody, and I was just like, man, you really love taunting on these people. He's like, well, it's not just that. He's like, I get my grenades back. So some of those boosters that you may think aren't very useful, that's their level 1, ability. If you level them up to level 2, level 3, there might be something there that you'll actually get some use out of. Some of the level 3 stuff is really good. But anyway, guys, I just want to thank you guys for watching this video. Go ahead and, leave a comment on it. Let me know what you think. Was that a little cheesy part there with the infomercial? Is that something that, not saying I'm going to do that again, but do you want me to be all business, or do you want me to have some fun with it? Because it gets kind of boring just being all business. But, just let me know what you think. Interested to hear your feedback. Also, if you liked this video, go ahead and hit that thumbs up button. And if you want to, go ahead and subscribe. I got a lot of good stuff and more on the way. Oh, and almost forgot, if you guys could follow the link in the description and bump this on Machinima's Facebook app called Respawn Army, I would greatly appreciate it. Once you download the app, it's not even really downloading, you're just allowing Facebook to use the app. It doesn't install anything on your computer. Once you get that, it'll take 2 clicks to bump my videos. Really appreciate it. I've been getting likes on these videos, but I haven't been getting many bumps. It'll really help keep me motivated to doing this. Keep going with it. So appreciate it, guys. Thanks. Peace.